hear me?
Yes, I am hearing you right now.
Excellent. Teacher Shane, thank you for taking the opportunity away from your busy schedule and talking.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You have a lot of energy. You remind me of someone I know.
Yeah, definitely. You have also energy. You are energetic in this age. So age is just a number, as I think so after watching you.
Well, I would like to do more, but teacher, I, and I'm going to get to the point. I find that others, in my opinion, do not have the desire and energy to do something well. And I mean that. And I sincerely mean that. And and it's sad because if they did, it would definitely help them achieve their goal and open up unbelievable amount of opportunities when it comes to English.
Exactly.
And I can give you one example immediately. Dave's ESL Cafe webpage. You can make 3,000 to 4,000 United States dollars. I'm sorry, I cannot talk in Indian currency. For teaching elementary school, kindergarten, first, second, third grade students in China. You don't even need a degree. You just need to speak English. Free transportation, free room. That's more money than you can make in many countries in 6 months. By the way, if you want to figure out how to uh, record this and use it on your Facebook page or whatever, I have no problem. Just tell me what to do because I can't figure it out. Do you want to record this, teacher?
Exactly. I will record it. No worry about that. If you
Good.
have also YouTube channel,
Oh,
so you can also record it.
no, no, I don't. I'm not in it for anything other than talking and helping. But that's the bottom line. People are not serious. They're not. And I
Okay.
get it. They have families.
Uh,
Go ahead, teacher.
Everybody want to know about you. Can you introduce yourself in brief? Who are you and what are you doing in your country?
Wait. What am I doing in my country?
Yeah, yeah. Means what's your job profile? Just introduce yourself in brief.
Briefly. There's nothing brief about me. It's a long story. But at the same time, if I had to narrate it, I was born in Europe. I lived my entire life in Europe. I worked as a teacher on a United States military base in Italy. 25 years of teaching. I have 3 elementary degrees in high school: elementary, special education, and physical education. Master's degree in education. After 25 years of teaching and becoming a professional basketball referee and a big investor, I moved to a country called the Philippines. Taught 2 years in the Philippines for free, 2 universities: Nanjing University, Shanghai University, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and a university in Turkey. I just got back from being the building principal in Erbil, Kurdistan, Iraq, British International School of Kurdistan. So I'm
It's
pretty
really,
proud of what I've done.
yeah, it's really nice achievement that you are sharing with me. It is really, it is the dream for someone that you have achieved in your life. And as I got your point that you are originally from Italy, right?
No, I'm an American that was born in Germany, that lived his entire life in Europe. That's why my story is so long. It's not complex, but you'd have to hear the beginning. I'm an American, but my last name is Italian. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly,
that
exactly.
gets interesting.
You are American
Yeah,
and your name is just like Italian.
Italian name, correct? Because the United States is a melting pot of many different people and cultures and countries.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Right.
And
What about you? I don't know anything about you other than you call yourself Teacher Shane.
okay, okay, okay. I gonna just introduce myself here. Myself, Shani Ali Khan, one of the English international teacher, and right now I am also doing my job here in my country as a professional marketeer. Yeah, that's it.
Well, marketer means you're selling products
No, no,
of
no.
some sort or no,
We
I
are
apologize.
we are selling services. We are selling services, not products.
And what
In
services
education,
would you be selling?
in education.
Education?
Yeah.
You know, my objective at the beginning was to simply talk to you about a philosophy that I have lived by my entire teaching career. And I would give anything to take up about 10 to 15 minutes of your time sharing this knowledge. Because when you hear it, there is no doubt in my mind, I think you will be fascinated. And it might even be able to help you in doing some of the things that you do when you move, I'm guessing, from talking to people from different areas in your country. I'm guessing that's what you do. Would you be interested in hearing this philosophy?
Definitely. I love to hearing from you.
Good. Okay, teacher, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please, just answer the questions.
Okay.
Don't think it's a trick question. It's just to speed up the story because right now I am going to tell you a story. And by answering the questions, then of course, uh, it will help in convincing you that maybe there is a better way. Okay? And again, don't read into it, just give us quick answers. Okay, let's begin. And I'm more excited about this than you will ever imagine. And I enjoy talking to teachers about this. First of all, first of all, I would like to ask you some simple questions. Who is responsible for teaching the students in a regular classroom setting?
I think entire system, administration system,
I know how you're thinking. Keep it simple. Who's the one person responsible
teacher.
for teaching? Teacher. That's it. The teacher is responsible. And I agree. I also agree other people play a role, but for now. And who's responsible for helping the students master the skill that's being taught?
Teacher.
Teacher. They use different methodologies of teaching. They use visual aids, auditory learning, maybe tactile,
Yeah, there are a number of
maybe a combination.
there are a number of systems just like augmented reality, virtual reality, a STEM box, robotics, and there are a number of
Very
things.
good.
It's totally we can say it's a teaching pedagogy and teaching methodology that we people understand and we
Okay,
people just implement in class.
I love it because when you get teachers talking, they don't stop. getting over a cough. Okay, my next question, simple question, is do you think it's correct that teachers have a right to destroy or hurt a family? Stupid question, but I need your answer. Do you think it's correct a teacher has the right to hurt or disrupt family life? We're
No.
talking about a family of 2 or 3 kids. No, that's not our job. Our job is in the classroom to help the students master the skills that we teach. Okay, let's move on. What color ink do you use to correct a student's paper or workbook or notebook?
Blue.
Nothing wrong with that. Blue. What mark do you make on a student's paper if the answer is correct?
Tick mark.
Or notebook. What? A tick?
Tick mark. Tick mark.
Correct. Okay, yeah. We call it a check. Many countries,
Check.
for whatever reason, calls it a tick.
Tick.
Not a problem. Okay. And what mark would you make if the answer is wrong?
Cross.
Okay. Wait, I think, teacher, you mean an X instead of like the Catholic cross. Am I correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Okay. And it's just to clarify, because you never know who might be listening. So we make a tick or check mark if it's correct, and we make an X if. But I stopped talking because I wasn't sure if you were still able to hear me.
Okay.
Okay, so let me tell you a little story about a student, in this case, in your classroom, and his name is Sam. Sam. And you can put Sam in high school or upper elementary school, wherever you want. And for the sake of arguing, let's put him in the 5th grade. It can be any grade you want. Okay. Sam has a mother and father, older brother 1 year, and a younger sister 1 year. And you gave Sam and the other students an assignment, 5 answers on a paper. Sam turns it in, and he then gives you the paper, which is normal. You take the paper home, and you correct it using blue ink. Number 1 and 2, check, check, tick, tick. And number 3, 4, and 5, X, X, X. Now, I need you to listen to another story. We're going in another direction and put this one on hold. About 100 years ago, I was watching a film in the university classroom, and the professor made us watch a 16 millimeter film in those days, and it was in front of you was this large fish centimeters wide and 1 meter high. That was in it. Only one. Called an eel. Eel. E-E-L. Do you know what that is? Because it's hard to explain. It's like a snake, but and it lives, and it didn't move for 30 minutes at the bottom of the fish tank. And we had to watch it. At the time, I thought it was the most boring film in the world, and now I realize it's one of the most powerful films I have ever seen in my life. I'm still sharing this with groups of teachers that I help motivate, and hopefully they use the latest methodologies of teaching because of my suggestions. So anyway, we're looking at it. It doesn't move. At the top of the tank, you could see a metal rod. This is not metal, it's a pencil. But you could see a metal rod that we in America call poker. Poker. And a poker is used if you have a fireplace and it's burning hot. You would put this metal poker in to move the wood so you don't burn your fingers. So anyway, this metal poker was at the top of the fish tank, and it barely, gently, calmly touched the water. You know what happened, teacher? The eel went crazy. It was about 1 meter away. It went crazy. It was moving back and forth, up and down. Water was coming out of the fish tank, and it was going berserk. Berserk is an American word that means going crazy. Wow. Just from touching the water. Let's go back to the story. The next day in class, you pass back the papers, and Sam looks at his paper. How does Sam feel, teacher, when he sees check, check, X, X, X?
What is your last question?
Excuse me. How does Sam feel when he sees his paper, number 1 and 2, check, check, 3, 4, 5, X, X, X?
So he felt guilty and he felt very boring, very sad.
Well, you know something, teacher? Just to speed this along, we don't know how he feels. We cannot measure what he feels.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
cannot even imagine what happened to that eel in the fish tank would act this way, and we sure can't figure out what he's feeling. Wow. Now, let's move on. We don't know. In fact, I usually explain it where if we have a continuum, a line.
Actually, my time up. I have to go somewhere. It's 20 minutes.
Okay. Hopefully we have a chance to finish this story because he's going to be moved. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. See you later.
Hopefully we talk.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, sir.